Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today you find me out in near Arundel in I guess it would be Warning Camp area. And in today's video decided I'm going to take us for a walk along the South Downs to a clump of trees that's been fascinating me for some time. If you're an old-time viewer, you'll have heard me say must go and investigate that clump of trees that overlooks the Arun Valley near Arundel. And I now know, thanks to looking on OS maps, that this clump of trees is Norfolk Clump. So we're going to head along this path. It's going to weave us along through the woodland. I thought it would be interesting to see the change of colour of the trees for autumn. It's not a very inspiring day today, but it is dry, so we've got that benefit. It's about a 6-mile walk, and what I'll do is when I've done the walk I'll pop this up on Visrando. I'm not sure whether I can do that on OS maps, to be honest, and whether people use the OS maps because we've got lots of international viewers, but I'm sure with Visrando you can have a look at these things for free. Thought this place that I'd be walking would be pretty unpopular with people, but looks like McDonalds is everywhere. One thing I can say about here is that it is extremely quiet. Filming this on 13th of October, and another pheasant there. And as I parked the car up, I must have parked right next to Wasp's Nest, because there's just a constant buzzing as I got out of the car. Couldn't see the Wasp's Nest, however I could see quite a lot of wasps around, and thought it might actually be too cold for wasps, as we've probably all noticed the spiders coming into our houses this time of year, and that's obviously because of the drop in temperature. The insects normally go into hibernation. Wow, brings us out in the field here in the coombe. Little pond down there, I guess that's for feeding sheep. Oh, this is a interesting landscape, isn't it? Often find this when I come out into the downs, and the further out you are the better. Is finding these sculptured landscapes. Come to a little junction here. Our family is heading off to Warning Camp, and the direction that we need to go is through this coombe. We're actually on the Monarch's Way, so this was the route that King Charles took when he was escaping the parliamentarians. So we'll reach another junction, but if I have a look at the maps, doesn't matter which way I go, but I think what I'll do is I'll head down the Monarch's Way. Takes you back in time, doesn't it? Sort of hearing the hooves of a horse in a place that does seem a little bit untouched by man, other than the tyre tracks from the farmer's truck. So this is Blakehurst Woods, and the plan is we're going to sort of head up past Jack Shepperton's gibbet. Might have a little look in the woods to see if we can find any mushrooms. It's mushroom season, so we'll have a little forage around for those. and then we're going to curl along around this ridge line, head over to Norfor Clump. Right, so from here we're going to be headed in that direction. Just be prepared if you're coming down here, it's quite muddy, so try and wear some appropriate footwear. So we've been coming down this combe and now we're going to be headed in this direction. So the Monarch's Way continues at the base of the hill, but we're going to head up in this direction to Blakehurst Woods. Great example of some King Alfred's cakes fungus on this tree. So called because you can use these like King Alfred did to start fires, to burn your cakes. So somewhere in this area is Jack Upton's gibbet post. Can't see it. I thought it was over here by this oak tree. I was a bit far too over to the west. So here we have what's left of Jack Upton's gibbet post. This post has been put here by his family to remember where he was gibbeted, and interesting that it's on the side of this hill. This road here would have been the old mail route, and then down in the bottom there we've got the Monarch's Way, so again a path that was used regularly. So because it's getting close to Halloween, the gibbet post becomes extremely popular with hikers and people going out for walks. But the brief history of the gibbet post is that the road over here was the east to west mail delivery route. I should mention at this point I have done a separate video on this a couple of years back. And Jack Upton robbed the Royal Mail and got caught for it. He was tried in Horsham, I believe, and he was hung, and then his body popped into a metal cage called a gibbet, and then it's displayed up on the top of the hill there to deter people from robbing the king in future. I've come to a lovely old oak tree here with a rope swing. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? So as I said before, it's sad to see people littering the woods, but this section of the woods is way more popular with dog walkers. I said these were oak trees or beech trees actually, but completely wrong, just a couple of old giants. The majority of the trees in these woods are used for coppicing, so as you can see they're very straight. All of the trees branches have been lopped off, so they grow into long straight timber. So these ones been left to grow with character. Just a few yards on and we come across another beech tree with yet another 2 rope swings. You can tell this is very popular with families. I'll bring mine back here to play on these another day. So, come across another absolute giant. If I put myself up against the trunk, you can see just how enormous this tree is. I've come across this line of beech trees planted almost processionally through the woods, So having a quick look at the map, doesn't indicate what they are, but the interesting thing is they seem to be pointing to this opening in the trees, so may have to go investigate that in another video. So I can see Norfolk copse right through the trees there. We actually are going to be looping around the copse. You can't get to it from this side, so I'll be coming back along the pathway to the west of it. But just thought I'd put the camera on here, just coming out of the forest there. But also noticed we've got this terracing here, barbed wire to go across. So we're walking across a ridge line, and we've got this terracing here, so probably signs that there was human habitation or farming going on previously in this area. So we've come to the end of that wooded section and had a look on the map, and we're going to be heading off in that direction. Over that way we've got the previous video that I filmed where I walked up to Brackham from the A27, the Chestnut Tree House, and all of the earthworks and stuff are over in that field. So if you wanted to add that to your walk, head off that way. We're going to be headed down there. So luckily, where we had all the mud, I'd managed to pick up a long stick. I'm glad I did, because this is icy. It's chalk, exposed chalk as we go down the hill, and even though I've got non-slip shoes on, I almost landed on the backside coming down here, and as you can imagine it's extremely steep, so the last thing you want to be doing is tumbling down this hill. So right here it really opens up, and what a scene. Reminiscent of Long Furlong, in that you've got this deep combe running all the way through. These are the gallops, so I'm assuming that these are used for horse racing. The horses down there don't look like they've been allowed on it, but this would have been the monarch's way, and what a treat he would have had. This copse of trees wouldn't have been here back when he came past, but still absolutely stunning landscape. So we've reached the top of that hill, and I believe we need to head down in this direction, take a left-hand turn, signs pointing that way, and almost there. So here we have it, Norfolk Clump. So Norfolk Clump was built, or planted rather, in 1973, and I believe 50 trees were planted here to commemorate 50 years of the then current Duke of Norfolk being Duke of Norfolk. There's a little hole, no public right of way, so we're not allowed to actually sort of go in and have a look around, but there's a little hole so we can have a look inside there. When I've seen this clump from the distance, I wonder whether it was an old hill fort. Have a little peek hole. It's very densely wooded, absolutely dark inside, probably perfect for mushrooms. So looking at the leaves, we've got beech trees here, so just like Charles Goring did at Chantonbury Ring, we did this, or the Duke of Norfolk did the same here, probably for the same reasons as the Duke of Norfolk did, in that he would have had views of this from Arundel Castle, so it'd be a great little monument. To be honest, there's not a huge amount to see inside. They're all grown in rows by the looks of things. They're all in a line, so not in a random pattern. I'm guessing the alignment of these is with Arundel Castle, that they're all aligned with Arundel. So this is where we came up over here, or came along. So we've been quite lucky, to be honest, with the wind today. It's been extremely low, but suddenly, I mean, I've just flown the drone and it's been perfect drone flying weather. But right here, just starting to catch the wind. I don't know whether there's just been a change in wind direction or something. The size of the flint there, pulled out, absolutely enormous. Yeah, it's absolutely flat as a pancake here, so no evidence of a hill fort that I can see on the top here. More than likely just put here because it aesthetically looked really good, and it does. I've got to say that. The sheep don't like me, do they? Oh, it's the sheep. They're literally all ganging up on me. What's up, sheep? I don't think I've ever had such a large sheep audience. There we go. Over in that field there, according to the map, there is another cumuli or bell barrow. Couldn't see it from the pathway that I was on before because the hedgerows are quite so high, but we'll just head down this farm road and see if we can see it from the side of the path. So according to the map, I am looking right at it over there, but nothing to see. It'd be interesting to see when we look back at the drone footage if anything was picked up from the air. Just another perspective from here. Absolutely nothing that can be seen from here. So I would imagine it would have been absolutely farmed to death. But over on that ridgeline there, we've got all of the tumuli or bell barrows on Rackham Hill, and more over there as well, and more over there. So you've got a complete network of these bell barrows. So albeit that this has obviously been heavily farmed and all these trees planted, there may have been a settlement or some kind of camp. Obviously there's a road being built around this, so if there was any earthworks, and this was all done in 1973, so could have been absolutely bulldozed for all I know. So absolutely stunning views from up here, and as you can see, even the sun has come to lighten up this video. It's supposed to be cloudy all day, but we've managed to see a peak of sunshine for 5 minutes. But you can see why this location was chosen to plant these trees. Some points of interest whilst we're up here. Right there we've got Blackdown Hill, the highest point in West Sussex. And we've got Rattling Beacon over there. That's where the Bignor is, and the Roman Road, Stane Street, crosses the South Downs. And in that direction we've got the Isle of Wight. So I'm going to end the video up here just looking out over Burpham Fort. I just done a video down at Burpham. This bit here is the old fort, and from this perspective probably not a good place to hold a fort, because if you wanted to conquer that fort, you could rain down fire from right up here. So probably before the days of bows and arrows and cannonballs. So hope you've enjoyed this video. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, it will let the algorithm know that you've enjoyed my content and send more content like this to you, and send my content to other people who like videos just like this. Thank you for watching.